documented. We got aliens. You're an alien. I'm an alien because I'm part of the Illuminati. Buy my protein powder.
I'm in.
Yeah?
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You know, I've gotten some really bad news lately from high-level connected sources, major editors, and I'm going to try to investigate this more, and I'm going to ask Paul to investigate this more so we can get on the ball here, because I'm not in competition with WorldNet Daily. I'm not in competition with the Daily Caller. I'm not in competition with Breitbart. I want more groups like that, more organizations. All Drudge does is link to people and give them everything, and they hardly ever even give him any love back. And I just say that because without Drudge, I was just thinking about that last night. I was just like, it isn't just like saying it about Drudge. It's the truth. Like, we don't do enough to think Drudge. Because without Drudge, that's just the spoke to the whole deal. That's the heart of it. And, of course, you're the whole engine. And God's the whole universe, the spectrum in which we live, the ocean in which we swim. But I was recently talking to a direct source about Breitbart. I'm going to get Paul to look into this, and Breitbart being taken over by some left-wing consortium and sensitivity training, and that they're about to derail the whole thing and bring Breitbart down. And that's a real tragedy if that's the case. But, you know, all that talent will just go elsewhere. So I'll ask Paul in a minute if he's heard anything about that. Paul Joseph Watson here in just a moment, because I haven't really talked to him about this yet. But right now, real fast, because I got to get to Paul. He's here to host. Everybody wants to hear him. But I want to hear from Tim and Mike as well, because he's been holding a long time. Tim in FEMA Region 10, you're on the air worldwide. Go ahead.
You taking my call? Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Alex, I've been listening to you since I was a small boy, so probably like 15, 16 years.
Wow.
I'm going to get into Bolton, but I just want to make a suggestion to you, sir. Alex Jones, I listened to years ago, would have called him out immediately. Like, I've heard it out of your mouth. This is Mr. World War III, okay? You know, one thing I want to make a suggestion on your show, sir, is you used to talk, like today, you scratched the surface just a little bit with Cecil Rhodes and his roundtable, but you used to go in depth every day. I would listen to you. I learned so much about, you know, UNESCO, Carnegie Endowment, Ford Foundation, Trilateral Commission, and you just OECD, and you would just hit that home every day. And I feel like now when I listen to, it's just Trump, 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 Trump. And
well, yeah, that's because we blew a big hole in their main operation and have invaded. And I see that Trump's for real. We're transferring the power back to the country. So I'm focusing on that beachhead because the enemy's trying to take that out. I was trying to build the movement for people to be literate about who ran things, who the globalists were. And then a president came that said Americanism, not globalism. Or I just had Cohn resign because he's a globalist. I mean, you understand, we've moved the ball so far down now that we've done that. And I still do it constantly, actually, probably 3 or 4 times today. And I should go back into all those histories and things. It's just that I've looked at it so many times and know about it. It's kind of like ancient history. I know it's important. I've been doing this 20-something years. And you're absolutely right that we should cover those things more. But do you recognize that we now have won many levels of that? Now we have now invaded our country again and are trying to retake the republic. We've now moved into the next phase.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. You know, I voted for Trump. I'm a United States Navy veteran. You know, I'm a patriot, just like yourself. And I know that we are, you know, moving the ball forward, like you said. But, you know, things I talk to my dad about every single day is, like, I see Trump do greatness, and I listen to you and night and every single day. And then I see him make questionable decisions. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
I'll tell you why. Because he's not a dictator, and I'm not saying he should be. He can't let them hold the country hostage from his perspective, and I tend to agree with him. It's not perfect. He has to get deals done. But overall, look how much better it is, and look how much they hate him.
Oh, I agree. I'm not complaining. But why doesn't he hire Dr. Corsi, Dr. Pachenik? You know, hire one of them. Get those guys in. Or what about Governor Ventura? You know, I would love to hear him back onto the show. I haven't heard him in a while.
Yeah, we should try to get him back on. Well, you know, I like Jesse, but I disagree with some of his politics, and he is just so argumentative when he's on. He just seems like kind of mad about the world and whatever, so it's just kind of a sideways interview. But we should get Ventura back on. I got to jump. Thank you so much. Let's go to Tim in Philadelphia. Go ahead. You're on the air. That was Tim. That's what I meant then. Then I was going to go to the other caller about the body bags and all the rest of it. He dropped. I thought that as I was looking. Tim is Tim. All right. I'm out of time for callers. I'm sorry I can't get to the other ones. Paul Joseph Watts is going to take over. I'm just going to say this briefly because I didn't really plug last hour. You see them on C-SPAN. You see them on ABC, NBC, CBS. You see them on The Daily Show. I didn't even play. Do we have that Daily Show boiled down? I'll play that right now. They had The Daily Show, or the old Daily Show host, whatever NBC's host. Who's the idiot? Stephen Colbert. What's he on now? I'm not trying to act cool saying that. He attacks me all the time. I don't pay attention. We have a clip where he had the main guy from Silicon Valley on, and they're implying that I'm attacking him as being a beta male when he was on the cover of a magazine celebrating the triumph of the beta male. And I wasn't even saying the cast was bad or he was bad or that Mike Judge, my good friend, is bad. I know a lot of the cast been shooting with him, been out with him. Because Mike's invited me out when they're in Austin. I think that guy shot with us. I recognize him. The point, that's why he says, oh, I know Alex Jones. Thomas Middleditch, that's a nice fake name, responds to Alex Jones' beta male criticism. No, they're pushing beta male. They're saying toxic masculinity's bad. The family's bad. Trudeau in Canada wants to ban the word mother. I should have led the show with that. They're telling government agencies, don't use the word mother. Someone else might not have a mother, so it's hurtful. So let's go ahead and play just a few excerpts of the show with Stephen Colbert last night. Here it is.
It's ruffled some feathers.
I know, I've heard the legends.
Yeah, that the beta males are taking over. You know who Alex Jones is, right?
Of course.
Alex Jones said this. The alt-right feels threatened. He says, Alex Jones said,
The globalists are teaching us to turn off our life force. It's a camouflage so the alpha males that are still left don't notice they're being taken control of and being enslaved.
Yeah.
Is this true? Is this true, Mark Townsend? Are you enslaving the alpha males? Because, you know, I consider myself a bit of an alpha male, Tom.
Oh, really? So do I, Stephen.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I go to bed in full plaid, eating a cheeseburger and shooting a gun.
Oh, really? Yeah. I go to bed in camo. You can't even find me.
I mean, I remember when well, I guess they didn't, or maybe they announced it, when I heard Google was essentially catering your searches based on algorithms. Like, we would say, we would search the same thing, and we would potentially get different results based on our previous searches, right? It's all the aggregation of the internet is like the worst thing to have happened. Twitter, it's like how can you control elections with bots and minions to like create trends when they don't even exist? That didn't surprise me, although, to be honest, I'm happy it's out there, so maybe people can take the red pill and get woke.
It's documented. We got aliens. You're an alien. I'm an alien because I'm part of the Illuminati. Buy my protein powder.
I'm in.
Yeah?
I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Well, Thomas, thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Nice to see you again.
So that's a nightly basis. And notice Hogg this morning, Jones claims there's chemicals in the water not making us masculine on C-SPAN. They are so worried about that because it's a fact and you can mitigate it and get your own water filter wherever you're going to get it for your children, yourself, everybody. They want to change the sex of everybody. That's why they're kids all over the country and all over the world. The government wants to pay when you're 5 years old to start hormone changes so you become a girl or a boy. Just don't have kids. That's the admitted Tavistock Institute. Julian Huxley, UNESCO admitted program, and they don't want to debate about that. They don't want you to see all the documents. Throw up some of the mainline, just type in studies show atrazine making frogs sterile, making them gay, making them die, making mammals do the same thing. Same thing shows it in humans. It's a fact. Okay, there it is on screen. So they just think they can laugh about it all and then celebrate that men are these effeminate, cowardly, chicken neck creatures, and then make them love it. And when I'm warning males this is happening, make the choice whether you want to be like this or not. They want to make themselves victims and say that I'm just attacking them because they look like a beta male. But no, those two guys are not beta males. They're alpha males that sold out to the globalists, clearly. Now, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com. Huge discounts on water filtration, air filtration, just so happens running this week. And a lot of other great supplements there. Your financing makes it all possible to shove it down the you-know-what of Colbert and the other betas. Now, Paul Watson's coming up.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
So we have even right there. What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the info war.
It's been sold out for months, and now it's back. It's MycoZX Plus. Lower price, more ingredients, because we scaled up, signed a year contract with an even bigger organic manufacturer and producer. Scalability. But now we're able to go at 50% off to $27 instead of $39, 50% off. Because there's a lot of product and a lot of ingredient in MycoZX. Now, it's the other side of the equation. Everybody thinks about probiotics and how great they are for your gut because of toxins in the environment, pesticides, herbicides, but more importantly than bad bacteria that probiotics help displace, yeast mold creates slime walls. And once the candida and the yeast and the mold and all that get in there, it causes all sorts of serious issues. Well, this has got a bunch of concentrated herbs in it and compounds known to destroy that slime wall. Don't wait to start detoxifying your body until it's too late. Pick up a bottle of the new and improved MycoZX Plus now from the InfoWars store.